Okay. Let me check if everything. I should be able to hear myself talking. It's 10:35 here, but PM, 10:35 PM. Well, it seems that I cannot hear myself talking. So I suppose the voice is dead this time, but not last time. Last time I when we do the live stream, I remember checking the sound and it worked fine. Oh, okay. Give me a second. Let me check if it's anything to do with my setting. Oh, it should be my fault. I might accidentally turn off my speaker. Oh, okay. Everything works fine. I can hear myself. Mm-hmm. Okay. So this week, we had six participants for this remote viewing target, and the target ID is T5387P, and this target was assigned by Blue Death. He sent me a private message and asking me if he could assign a practice target for us for this week. So yeah, I just let him do it, and to be honest, I think we are all blind to it because Blue Death has not even revealed to me what the target is. So we are all doing this blind, and I think after so it's I would say if he doesn't show online in the next half to 1 hour, then maybe we won't have a target reveal for today. But yes, but I think we can do the target reveal later. Yeah, maybe tomorrow or. Mm-hmm. 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 Uh-huh. So what's that sound? Mm-hmm. Yes. That's the message. The only message I found. Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Industrial area, any production area. Yeah. No, it's not to me. It's our weekly remote viewing contest, but it's definitely not for me alone. Uh-huh. 16? I, I, I don't know his age. I only talked to him like twice or three times. Yeah, before on Discord. And it seems that he is from India. Uh-huh. So if so what was that? I don't think it's an ideogram. It probably is a sketch of something, but I just don't know. I just cannot tell what that something is. Kind of complex. You think it's an ideogram? But usually ideograms are made of simple sketches rather than having some complex shapes. Mm-hmm. But I would say it's a depiction of something. Yeah, it might be a visual. It should be a visual. Uh-huh. Yeah. LL, Great Wall of China. Yeah, it's just LL. But definitely some man-made structure. And pulling out of ocean, something heavy feels like sand. LL bird neck. And there is a dark blue color or something. And it's a building of a lot of bricks and what's that? Rock. Cannot tell if organic or man-made. And also, he also got another visual. It's a brass. What was that? Ah, color. Yeah, and almost like fish tail. Feels both. I cannot I cannot tell what that word. Alive. Oh, mathematical. You're both mathematical and alive. So, uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just 2 pages. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, and event. Mm-hmm. This is my data. Uh-huh. Uh, I for this target I sense people and a clear sky, and the setting is beside a river, and I also perceive vegetations. And below is a image I is a visual I get for this. It looks peaceful actually, and for the big yellow circle on the top, I would say it's a sun. I don't think it's an energetic event, but it's just my personal interpretation of my visual perception. Yeah, and I see people. Yeah, and below is I was trying to describe what these two people are doing, and I just get a feeling that these two people are discussing over an event or plan, but it feels neutral to me, neither positive or negative. So they are not plotting something, or yeah, it's just I don't know, but to me, yeah, it is because it's very hard for people like me, just ordinary people, to decipher people's intention when we are doing a remote viewing session. So I was just trying to pick the lowest possible data, and using very basic terms, whether it's a positive or a negative or neutral. And for this one, I get neutral. So I don't think it's a specifically an emotional or and yeah, some energy event or some big event. It's just my personal feeling, and I could be wrong. I could be wrong. So yeah, that's all I get for this data. And I would say the vibe I get is pretty similar to that of Vanquish Evils. Yeah, he get a peaceful setting and sunny days and in a quiet town. Yeah, some envelope letters. I don't get letters, but some love. To me, it's a peaceful scene. Uh-huh. This is from Manners. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So this is the drawing, I guess. He immediately made a high level turn deduction, amusement park or regular park or mechanic shop. But basically, usually when I get this kind of impression, I would simply use the lowest possible terms like man-made structures to describe this kind of visual. So instead of saying amusement park or mechanical shop, I would probably just write man-made structures or buildings, and also a rabbit or bunny ears. I don't know what that means. So moving downwards, we see uh, it filled engine, car engine or axle, and feels black and feels like a car part. So definitely some kind of man-made object in his section. And the last part we get is vegetation, vines hanging. I think people wearing those leaves clothes like tribals, white ceramic. That's all he get for this session. Mm-hmm. I won't say beach. But I would say people in some maybe not in urban areas, but beside the large body of water, and there are some also I also perceive some vegetations. I just wrote him a message, but he hasn't replied to me yet. So mm-hmm. Oh, sorry, I thought I forgot that. Give me a second. I'll post them. I'll post them here. Uh, where is it? Oh, where is it? Where? Oh, not gar geolocation. Oh, what do you mean? Okay, okay. Let me see. Okay, I found the channel. Okay, now I'm going to pass the data here. Mm-hmm. 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 This is from Dunbury though. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, I didn't do this session. Can you give me like 2 minutes and I'll try to make my best guess. Mm-hmm. So this is live remote view. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Okay. Let me give me a second. I'm now uploading the drawing I just made. While I don't get the the country for your geolocation. I think I did have some visual. So this is what I get. I think it's a peaceful scene for me, and I also sense a large body of water in my visual, and my deduction is a lake or nearby a big lake, and for somehow I get a feeling that there is an intersection of something, and below you can see my drawing. Yeah, I just draw what looks like a band's logo, but it's not a band's logo. I just feel that it could mean border lines or boundaries, but I specifically think there are three parties involved or three sides. Yeah, from I just don't get the meaning of it. But I think it's if I need to make a guess, I would say it's somewhere in Europe. and it's probably in the middle part of it, and kind of far away from the ocean. It's just my feeling, my deduction. And yeah, because it's not near the sea, and I think that place because I get a second visual. So I specifically wrote down borderlines and boundaries. So maybe it's a place that is close, that is at the intersection between different countries. Yeah, maybe some. I don't know. It's just my feeling. Now, look for something fighting. You mean that target location? Mm-hmm. 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 I immediately get a visual of tunnels and people crawling inside the tunnels. I don't know why. They, 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 they they could be miners. I don't know. Uh-huh. And it's underground. It's just it's just a flash of a second. I get that visual in my in it's not in my eyes because I'm still looking around in my surrounding environment, but somehow that scene just pops up in my head. So that's how I would describe it. People. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I can see that picture. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. So, so that's the target location. Oh, okay. I think we all missed that. So where can I check the voice message? I can't hear the voice in YouTube. Please check the mic. What? What? It worked fine before.
The microphone is here because I hear everyone on Discord.
Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Uh,
I can hear you fine on Discord. I don't think it's a microphone problem.
Really?
let me check again because when we started doing live stream, we always check the sound. It works fine.
Yeah. Well, I think my headset died.
I hear you. Your headset died.
That is the strangest thing.
Oh yeah, I found that. Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. This is
Your headset.
yeah.
When
Yeah.
when you start talking, I cannot hear your voice, but I can hear myself. So the setting is fine.
Yeah. Yeah. So whatever happened, it okay. Yes. Now good. Okay. So I guess yeah. It was my headset. My headset died, so I had to plug it in. I hate these cordless headsets, man.
But that's quite strange. If your headset is dead, then how come we are still able to hear you talking on Discord?
Because I have a secondary camera or a secondary audio pickup. I've got a mic on my camera and I got a mic
Oh,
on my
okay.
headset. So yeah, the Discord I think
So
will take whatever it gets.
so basically, it's two different microphones, right?
Right,
Well, one is for Discord and one is for your live stream on
right.
YouTube. Well, I would say that will create another problem because we normally we wouldn't notice the problem until we check the YouTube live stream.
Right, and that's why I rely on you guys to let me know right away when there's a problem. I mean, if it wasn't for Dark Soul saying I can't hear you on YouTube, I would have been screwed. But that's cool, and hopefully it's all good now. But yeah, it sounds like in meditation a few nights ago, and the impression of a question about a crater in Russia. I believe it's Tunguska. And can you tell me what caused the crater? Ra, I am Ra. The destruction of a fission reactor caused this crater. Looks like my section confirmed Ra. And Tunguska has been. Everybody says it was a comet, except for a bunch of viewers who say it was
Mhm.
a um, a ship or something that came into orbit and blew up. So a lot of the people actually say, "Oh no, it was a UFO that blew up." And well, and right, exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Look again. What am I looking at?
There's also a fair number of people that think Tesla did it with his equipment
Right,
because it was the opposite side of the planet from his lab.
right, and the funny thing is when I looked at the Tunguska event year ago, is I also picked up a not a rock. So I'm agreeing with the trees don't look like a meteor impact. It didn't impact. The thing blew up in the atmosphere. So
Mhm.
um, it was if it was a rock and it blew up, it would be just like that rock that came into Russia, what, a couple of years ago, that blew out a bunch of windows and was really spectacular.
Mhm.
When a rock blows up in the atmosphere, the shock wave is really impressive. So a reactor and a rock are the same if they blow up. Nah. Um, well, I guess so, yeah. But regardless, it was a cool target. And the target was Tunguska event land. Not so much the explosion, the land underneath the explosion. So
Mhm.
you guys did phenomenal as far as I'm concerned. What did I see? I saw a ship coming into the atmosphere when I looked at the Tunguska event. I think it was on, I can't remember whose website I was using for targets, but the target itself was the Tunguska event, and I saw a ship. So something came into the atmosphere, blew up, and that's what I saw. But then again, I was high on drugs at the time because of pain medication. So I'm not gonna vouch for
You
any of my
also
views.
Can't you also end up seeing the person that posted the target and what they thought it was?
Hmm.
It's possible.
Because if the
Yeah,
It's
it's
actually possible.
so the other night on Reddit, somebody gave me a target, and it was a simple aura view. I can't listen to your okay, Dark Soul. My data was good or not. I can't listen to your mic problem. I still have a mic problem. Damn it! Somebody check the damn YouTube. Uh, anyways, is it working?
I can hear your sound on YouTube.
Okay.
No worry.
Anyways, I was doing a target, an aura view, which was surprisingly, I didn't know what the target was,
Mm-hmm.
but I was having a lot of bleed through from my previous session. My previous session was very heavy on aliens, so alien ship, center console, windows, yada yada yada. So the aura view starts out. I'm looking through a window at something, and there's an alien there, and that wasn't the aura view that I was supposed to be doing. The aura view was supposed to be on Procreon, a star. Now, okay, I'm asking, is it good or not? I think it is. Yeah. Um, the Procreon is a star. The star is very special. So I did the view. I'm looking at the star, and one of the biggest things I noticed about the star was there was a tidal surge that went all the way around the star, and it just kept rolling around the star. This tidal surge literally followed something, and I couldn't figure out what it was following. But in orbit around the star was what I thought was a gas giant.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did the view. I listed off some more attributes, like it was a hotter burning star, and there's a planet, and yada yada yada. And turns out that Procreon and Procreon B, it's a binary system. There's a small sun and a very large hot sun. And yes, if you have a binary system, then yes, there is a standing wave that rolls around the planet as the two bodies literally go around each other. Wherever the two bodies are at, you have a large standing wave of material that's going to follow that other body. And it's a 40-year cycle. So it takes 40 years for this wave to roll around to get to the other, to where it started. I was so happy. I was like, oh my God, I totally nailed this aura view. So I'm looking at the planet, and I'm looking at it going, this is fantastic. But there's somebody in a spaceship sitting outside the damn sun looking at it. It's like, I know it was all my imagination, but it was really cool. All right, so did we get a response back from Blue Dev?
No, not yet. It's just so embarrassing. I just thought Dark Soul was Blue Dev, and I wrote to it. What is the identity of your target, by the way? No, it's Dark Soul. It's not Blue Dev. I misidentified by people.
Oh, that's okay.
I just wrote to Blue Dev, in a private message. I have an hour ago, but so far I still haven't got any feedback. So I would say for now we won't know how well we did on our practice target. But
if we were gonna say how we did without knowing what the target was, I think we did really good, because a lot of us came up with the similar information. So even though we don't know the target, I think it was a good target. Because, just the
so
fact,
what would be our best guess based on our current data?
I'm still thinking a tropical island. I'm still thinking something to do with something to do with an island, or something that involves people, or maybe even tourists, or somebody watching. So it's going to be interesting to find out. I'm kind of excited. So what we'll do is we'll hit up Blue Dev when we get a chance, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, I think that would be the way to go.
Yeah. All right. Well, is there anything we need to? Anything else we need to look at?
I do want to propose one thing, and I would like to ask for your opinion on this. So I remember you told me that when you do remote viewing sessions, you mentioned in many occasions that you were encountered by what you call the watchers, meaning the people who showed up in your remote viewing session, who not only show up, but they seem to be able to perceive your presence and somehow interact with you, right?
Right.
So so it seems that you are. I was wondering, are we able to view people? I would say that's it also opens up a different application for remote viewing. Are we able to I mean, maybe instead of just doing geolocation target, I think we should also start start remote viewing people, but not. I would say not just ordinary people, but I mean famous ones, or maybe historical ones, just in case there are some privacy issues. Yeah.
And with that, I'll let Dumbledore take that away, because what he had me do was do aura views on famous people and dogs, which
Mm-hmm.
which was really cool. But so he basically gave me targets, and then he said, this is a, you're front loaded with, it's a special target, maybe, I can't
Mm-hmm.
remember, but we did all sorts of cool people. So I think our targets for the week can be any person or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
because viewing people is really cool.
And it has, I would say, it has huge applications, especially in the coming days, because what I'm certain is that the world is going to be in a chaos, and yeah, especially after the UFO disclosure, and I expect that there are times people will need to learn how to discern whether someone or some sources of information is trustworthy or not. So remote viewing a person or his or her intention, yeah, is a very I would say is a very useful application for remote viewing if you are able to do that. And so
Well, that's the
yeah,
thing is,
would.
that's the thing
Mm-hmm.
is, I remote viewed Putin, which was
Mm-hmm.
just absolutely fascinating. Netanyahu, President Z, uh, and then a couple others. Biden, you know, these are famous figures. The cool thing about it is you really get an understanding for who they are. Now, they're famous figures. I don't see the issue. I mean, I'm sure there's probably it's not a good thing to be viewing them,
Mm-hmm.
because people might get angry, but maybe if we
If we
start
just focus on historical figures like people who are already dead, who already
right,
passed away,
Genghis,
it won't be a problem. I would say it's just for practice only.
yeah,
Yeah, maybe.
Genghis Khan would be cool. Napoleon would be awesome. There'd be so many people that we
Yeah.
could look at. Mark Twain, oh my God, Mark
Mm-hmm.
Twain. H.G. Wells, how did H.G. Wells predict submarines and atomic energy? This is 1901 when H.G. Wells is writing about a nuclear submarine that'll go underwater. Yeah, Jules Verne. And then Journey to the Center of the Earth talks about an uh, actual area in the Earth that has people and animals, which has been
Mm-hmm.
mainstream. You know, people talk about that shit all the time. So, how did he know? These are questions I want to know, and I think you're right. I think we should look at people for sure.
And I can assure you, after the UFO disclosure,
Okay.
there will be many people who claim to have interacted with different groups of extraterrestrials, or who claim to have interaction or have received messages from them to sort of guiding the humanity or try to move the society in a certain direction. I'm not going to say these are all bad people, but I'm certain some people have their own agendas. And it's very important for people who are still not psychically capable of deciphering their intention to have a I would say a reliable source of information like remote viewing data to see whether we can trust certain people and
Well,
what their intentions are.
right.
I would say that's a very applicable use case, and especially in the coming years. And we are not going to do with people who are still alive. We can start practicing with
Well,
historical figures.
but
Yeah, whether they have done
that's the
good
thing.
things or bad
If
things.
if we can get
Mm-hmm.
permission from these people, if we can get like Stephen Greer, I would love to remote view Stephen Greer. Now,
No, people who have been dead, we don't need agreement from them.
much easier. Yeah.
We are simply practicing. We are simply practicing. But before we put into real use case, of course, is always involved with real people who are still alive.
Yeah.
Right. And it gets and you step into the privacy realm, and yeah, you may have violated some. I don't know what to say, because that means also raise similar questions on the Twitter, saying even though we as remote viewers, we are usually working in blind. But does working in blind means we are able to probe into people's thoughts or ideas or their private realms?
Right.
Because we all know that remote viewing can get a lot of information, even their personal life, or things they don't want to show to the public, but you get it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Is it allowed? That's a moral issue for remote viewers. So remote viewing live people is, I wouldn't say it's still pose some controversies for now. But remote viewing people who have been dead in the history, I don't think that will be a problem. And we are only practicing. And if we are able to demonstrate that we can get some good results from our practices, then in the coming years, our services will have a large audience for sure.
Yeah, so I'll tell you what, on that note, maybe we should have Dumbledore pick a list of people and then have it available for, we could either use it for the contest or have a separate person contest that we do real quick with this, because like I said, my aura views of his targets was phenomenal. I wasn't right all the time, but the data that I picked up was very cool. Lincoln, yeah. Who was Bob? There's some guy named Bobby something, and he took a lot of pictures about ET, of ET craft and stuff, and everybody said he was a fake. No, Bobby something, and he died recently. Well, I can't say recently. He died, and but his claim to fame was the fact that he took thousands of pictures of craft, and a lot of people kept saying, "Oh, it's a fake." You can see the string, but I mean, I would like to take a look at that guy and see if what if he's telling the truth? I mean, what if he actually saw and talked with these ETs, and what if he tried to, I don't know, maybe he tried to fake it once or twice and actually did take pictures of fake models, but he really didn't see. And then there's the friendship case in Italy, is where 5 guys were contacted by a group of ETs. I think they're all dead too. That was back in the 70s. So that would be another good. You ask an Anon Redditor. What is Anon?
I'm anonymous.
Oh, anonymous. So yeah, there's a lot of people I would love to look at that are past. But when it comes to ETs, because I keep going down that pathway, I'm finding out that a lot of people have issues with the 3 different types that I deal with. One of them are good, one of them is neutral, and the other one is just downright mean. But the neutral one gives really bad vibes to a lot of people. There's 4 groups. Oh, okay. So Dumbledore says there's 4 groups according to Lynn Buchanan. But
I simply cannot tell, because
well, the problem is in different people it gives off different reactions. So on one of my trips with a group, I had a very bad reaction to a particular alien species, a very well-known one. On the next,
you had a bad experience with them?
I didn't. I like this place. I think it's great. But the people I took were having a bad problem with the alien that we were in front of. Now, on the next trip, I went to a different place, and the person was very neutral about it. They were okay with the area. And the third place was great. It was wonderful. I'm trying to remember which one. Oh, yeah. So, anyways, it was a great place. The aliens were very sociable, and there was no hostility whatsoever. So it's three different places, three different reactions, and it was really surprising. So I don't have the skill. I can't tell. I'm not. I don't care. I just go in and bowl my way in, anyways. So
Uh-huh.
I don't know if they're good, bad, or other, but that people with more sensitive emotional response tend to pick up on this stuff. And I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not emotional, and I'm not sensitive. I just.
And I tell most people they are not sensitive enough to tell whether they are good or neutral or hostile.
Right.
And some people can hide their hostile intentions
Right.
behind a smart face, and that will pose a problem because when you are misguided, you are definitely going to be trapped and manipulated. Yeah,
Right. And
especially in the coming days,
right.
especially because we have more advanced technologies. Yeah, it not only means people can do better stuff, it also means people can do worse stuff to you.
Right.
So we need to protect people for who are still not able to get this kind of information. And I would say remote viewing is a very good tool to 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 get raw data because I don't care what you say or what she said or he says. I just do a session, and as long as we know that the session is done in a blind condition and following certain protocols and rules, I know that the data would probably be trustworthy.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
you only trust data. You don't trust people. You trust data. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I would say that's a huge value proposition for us because we are putting remote viewing service into practice and real use case.
Right.
Because if you can tell who has bad intentions for you, you are going to save a lot of money. Yeah.
Right. Right. And that's the thing is the bad intentions. It's I don't know how to I don't it would be a great way to market it, but it would be so hard because everybody draws a different conclusion from what they feel. So
Oh yeah. Good and bad is a personal feeling, but I would say we simply use lower level terms like positive or negative or neutral. Yeah,
yeah.
things like that. And we remove historical figures. Yeah, some people they are very notorious, but I wouldn't say they are particularly bad because it's just my personal interpretation. But I would say whether they do a positive thing to the society or a negative thing to the society, I think we should be able to tell that.
Well, but see, Hitler actually did a lot for the community at large. So now you have a egomaniac despot who's doing very nice things for old people. So yeah, it's kind of like actions only go so far. It's I think what we're going to have to do is just draw. Well, I'll tell you what. When we look at historical figures, we'll get a
Mhm.
feel and figure out the best way to quanti to actually figure out the best way to figure out is this person absolute maniac evil or if they're actually good. So
Mhm.
it's going to be. I think the idea of looking at people is going to be fun.
Mhm.
You could be sent for one end and achieve the opposite. I don't know what that means. You could be sent for one ends and achieve the opposite. Happens all the time during human history. But yeah, I agree with you. Humans, man, I tell you what, that's a yeah, I can't trust them. Anyways, that's exciting. So we got a lot of fun stuff coming up. Are we going to try to do two
Mhm.
targets? Oh, we are talking about reincarnation of ETs on Earth. Oh, reincarnation. Oh my God, that's another.
Yeah, that's another. But I would say almost all people on this planet at some point was from another planet.
we are made of stardust. You know,
Uh-huh.
we're this planet hasn't been here that long. Well, but then again, the whole religious thing. I mean, the whole religious thing. If ETs are true,
Uh-huh.
or there are different galaxies and life forms out there,
Mm-hmm.
religions are going to blow up. I mean, I have no clue how this is all going to play out. It's gonna be interesting. Blah blah blah. The loosh must flow. Yeah, we'll see what happens. It's gonna be cool. Uh, so yeah, set up. We'll set up another target somehow, or we'll do a. I think the contest target should stick with locations. Then we
Mm-hmm.
set up another target with people. So it strictly
Mm-hmm.
focuses on people. I can do my aura
Yeah.
views. You guys can do whatever you want to do to view the people. In fact, we
Mm-hmm.
front load it with people
Yeah.
for
It's
when
a
things.
front loaded view.
Yeah. And then the third thing is I'm going to get a bounty on a target, and I want us
Mm-hmm.
all to do the target, and I want all the data exposed. No hiding it. I want us all to work together on the target. So on next Saturday, if all the data's in, and I actually have a target, maybe 2 Saturdays from now, we can
Mm-hmm.
talk about it real quick, figure out what the general conclusion is, and see if, and then I'll have the person who gave us the target data give me a yes or no. We should
Mm-hmm.
find another group to compete with. Oh my God, yes! Oh my God, yes! That would be cool. Okay, so Dumbledore just came up with a great idea. We're gonna find
What?
another group to compete with, right? We're gonna have a one person give us a target with a monetary award. If you find the target and describe the target accurately, then you win the award. And then what I'm gonna do is I'll post it on remote viewing. I'll post it on Dave's Discord, and then
Mm-hmm.
I'll post it on ours, and then what we'll do is we'll compete against 3 separate groups of people. Even Silka's,
Mm-hmm.
she's got a Discord, so I'll post it there too. 4 different groups of people, or of 4 different groups, and then I'll talk to. This is going to be a whole management issue. I'm going to have to rely on Dumbledore to help me with, but uh, we'll get all the data together, do a quick run through, a really quick run through, and then
Mm-hmm.
figure out who wins the contest. I think it'd be really cool. I think it would be really cool because I think we rock. I really do believe that the skills that we have in our Discord are pretty friggin' phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll work on that. I'll cry and complain about it, but we'll get it done. And then Dumbledore can come up with some massively famous figures we can look at, and then we'll find another target for our contest for next week.
It just reminded me of the fact that Snowblind assigned a target for this week for us to view.
Did
But
he?
I just can't find it. I couldn't find it. Do you remember where he posted that?
Mm-mm. I'll take a look. Well, I'll tell you what, we could talk to Snowblind later today too. So,
Oh, okay.
and then we'll figure it out.
Okay, so before we end today's live stream, because today we don't have a target reveal from Blue Death. So in this case, I would say we just randomly draw a person from all the participants, and if no one gets the kit from for Blue Death target, then we just assign I just send the tokens to the prize tokens to that random number generator, whoever picked by that random number generator.
Yep.
And if Blue Death said, okay, Vanquish Evil hit the target, or maybe, Dumbledore hit the target, then instead of sending the prize to that person, I just send the prize to whoever Blue Death think wins the prize.
Right.
Is that okay?
Yep. So how many people participated?
I think there are 6 people. So excluding you and me, there are 4 people. 1 means Vanquish Evil, 2 means Dark Soul, 3 means Dumbledore, and 4 means Manas.
Number 3. Number 3 is the winner. That's
Oh, Dumbledore.
Dumbledore.
It's just winner for now. Winner for now. We haven't got feedback from Blue Death.
Yeah.
So if no one hits the target, then Dumbledore takes the prize.
Yep. I am good with that.
Uh-huh.
So, all right. So, cool.
Hmm?
We will do that, and we will reconvene next week. Oh, well, yeah, we'll come back next week, and we'll tell everybody who the winner was for this week. And
Oh, by the way, I also need to mention one thing.
okay.
I think next week I probably won't be able to go on live.
Okay.
I still can. I think I still can. Because Chinese New Year is very close. I'm not checking the days. Yeah, if I in my relative's house, I probably won't be able. It probably won't be so convenient for me to do the live stream. I think next week I'm still fine, but the week after next week, February 1st, I still need to check if I'm still available by then. I'll let you know before.
Yeah.
Before
Well,
it happens.
the other thing we could do is a text version where I have the text a text channel open that you can watch, and then you can type
Oh,
into it.
okay.
Or
Okay.
we could put it off to the side, and we'll figure something out. Let me know later on in the week, and we'll make it happen.
Yeah, I do see streamers doing that, especially for gaming streaming streamers. Yeah, they just play games and they watch the chat rooms and they talk and they interact with people. It's also enough.
Yeah, I've got to figure out how to do that on my because I do live YouTube all the time, and one of the people on Reddit, the problem is I need to get him off Reddit onto the YouTube, so he types on the YouTube. But yeah, I do that on my live feeds all the time where I have somebody literally interacting with me on my live shows, and it works really good, but it's hard. I'm sure it's got to be just insane hard for the people to watch because I'm talking to somebody, but they don't see anything. So yeah, having a text channel open and then doing it's a doable thing. So we'll see what happens next week.
And we also need a larger audience, larger audience.
Well, that's the thing is with this competition between all the different channels, I'm gonna put it out there, and I'll bet you money that after I put out the fact that remote viewing people or the remote viewing Discord's not nearly as good as the SITN people, we're gonna have a lot of people watching our show. So
that is for sure. As long as we keep pushing it. And by the way, I think I already mentioned to you that this year I'm going to the US, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's somewhere in the mid, probably around June.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna go in June?
Actually, I would say late May because they had a contact in the desert.
Oh my God.
Event in May.
Do you know how hot it gets in that desert?
I know, but I'm going anyway.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
When you go, you're gonna be just make sure you have water because wow, it gets hot out there. But yeah, cool. All right. Yeah, keep me posted on that. That'll be exciting.
Okay, I think that's all for me for today. And is there anything else you would like to discuss before we end today's session?
I just want to let you guys know I'm really happy about what we got going on. I've got so much in the works behind the scenes that man, it's just exciting times. It's very exciting to be here. I am so happy to be here.
It will be very interesting in the coming 1 to 3 years, I would say.
Oh, yeah.
If disclosure if disclosure is to happen. Yeah.
Well, and the fact that we're at the forefront of remote viewing, we're If it
and
unfolds, it should be cool.
yeah, and we have somehow built out a community around it, and we just I can see that we are definitely making progress.
Yeah.
I remember last year is usually just you and me, two people talking on Twitter Space, and now we have more and more people
Right.
coming in, and with the upcoming. I don't know if the disclosure is going to happen. We are going to have so many viewers, people, and audience participating.
Yep.
So we also need to be prepared for that. Yeah, like how to handle all the influential people for our Discord. Yeah, I would say it's going to happen. We just don't know when, but we better make sure that we are prepared for that.
Yep. 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 We're gonna have to manage. We're just gonna have to figure out how to manage it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Well,
Okay.
thank you very
Mm-hmm.
much.
Yeah, thank you so much, and I really appreciate everyone who have submitted their data and put time and effort into our kindergarten practice. Yeah.
All right. I'll catch you guys later.
Yeah, we will make progress anyway. So okay, so we wish everyone a good weekend. Goodbye.